Jaguar at Knott's Berry Farm was a really big stepping stone for my development into a roller coaster fan. I've grown up in Southern California, I've grown up going to Knott's Berry Farm, and for the longest time I was afraid of roller coasters, so I will always remember the first time I rode Jaguar. This is absolutely one of the tamest coasters in the park. It is the tamest aside from the kiddie coaster, in my opinion. That's how I perceived it as a child, so I wanted to start with Jaguar. And funny enough, I think the queue for Jaguar might be the scariest in the park. It's like within a pyramid, it's very well themed, but for little theme park nerd, I was a nervous wreck. Like looking at the ride, I was like, that looks perfectly pleasant, it looked perfectly fine, but walking through that like pretty creepy and dark pyramid, I was kind of unsettled. So I always thought that it was so funny how this roller coaster is really tame, really chill, but the queue and the atmosphere is very eerie, a little bit off-putting before you reach the station. Before we dig into this ride experience, please like this video, please leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of Jaguar if you've been to Knott's Berry Farm and have experienced this roller coaster, and of course please subscribe to this YouTube channel. YouTube says we have over 30,000 returning viewers every single month, but we're nowhere near 30,000 subscribers, so if you've watched more than one video, please consider subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it. And one more thing, please give my Instagram account a follow, I would greatly appreciate that as well. The link is in the description. Thank you so much, everybody. Jaguar was built by Zierer, which isn't exactly a high-profile roller coaster manufacturer. These trains are really long. They're like comically long. There are so many rows. The seats themselves aren't the most comfortable thing in the world. I'm a pretty tall guy now. You don't really have the most amount of leg room to work with. Not that I ride Jaguar that often, but it's definitely something to take note of. As soon as you're dispatched, you're gonna go up a tire-propelled lift hill. You have a great view of the streets surrounding Knott's Berry Farm, and then you're gonna turn left into a very shallow drop. You pick up some speed and go into an upward helix right in front of that pyramid, or temple. I don't even think it's a pyramid. I apologize if I've been using the wrong word. Either way, the roller coaster is going to wrap around and go straight through the top of that structure. And then for a second, Jaguar decides to be a monorail. Don't even get me started on Montezuma's Revenge right next door, but I really liked how they interacted. Jaguar pierced through Montezuma's Revenge's loop. They have recently rebuilt the loop for the attraction, so that is once again the case. I'm really excited for the day that both coasters will be running again. It should have been happening years ago, but again, I'm not even gonna get started. But I've always loved how Jaguar pierced through Montezuma's Revenge's loop. That was always a really cool interaction. And it's just satisfying visually off-ride. After that, Jaguar is gonna race past Sierra Sidewinder, around some trees through Camp Snoopy, and then it's gonna make a U-turn into the attraction's second lift hill. At the base of the second lift hill is the attraction's transfer track. This has always fascinated me. I really want to see footage of them taking off or putting on a train on this roller coaster, because I can't think of another transfer track underneath a lift hill off the top of my head at least, and the fact that this is just out in the open, I think it's really cool. Plus the track design, it hides the physical transfer really well, but that's just coaster nerd stuff. But if you do have footage of the Jaguar transfer track, please send it to me. That would be really cool. I captured footage of Sierra Sidewinder's transfer track a few years ago, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I do think that Jaguar also has a really cool transfer track. Either way, when you reach the top of the second lift hill, you're gonna turn left and go down another very shallow drop, and then you're gonna crest up into a hill. I actually have a funny story with this hill. I think one time as a kid I rode this in the front row, and I was like, wow, the front had some airtime over that hill. And then 4 or 5 years later, I was just telling my buddy about it, so we were like, screw it, so we rode Jaguar in the front row just for that moment, and we went over this hill and we felt absolutely nothing, and we looked at each other and we both bursted out laughing. So that was a really funny moment. That might be my favorite Jaguar memory that I have. But after that, you're gonna turn by Timber Mountain Log Ride, go through some trees over Fiesta Village, and then you're gonna make a U-turn. The roller coaster decides to be a monorail again as you pass by Silver Bullet, and then you have a final helix. I really like the profiling, how it kind of has a airtime hill quote-unquote airtime hill. Again, this roller coaster has no airtime. It is very, very tame, but I like how it's profiled as you wrap all the way around into the final brake run. That final brake run does have 2 Jaguar statues like fist bumping each other, which is pretty cool. And that is going to lead you back to the station. Because Zierer is an interesting roller coaster manufacturer, there's this little weird dip right before you reach the station again, so wonderful manufacturing. So this roller coaster absolutely winds around the entire park. You can basically see every attraction in the bottom right hand corner of the park when you ride Jaguar, so that is really, really cool. I don't know if this ride will ever be removed or replaced because it's on such a unique plot of land. They literally shredded Silver Bullet's first drop just for the existence of this roller coaster. Like, honestly, Jaguar might have steeper drops than Silver Bullet. That's a joke, but still. It is really, really cool how this ride is integrated through the entire park, with my favorite moment being its interaction with Montezuma. So that is my opinion on Jaguar. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Please let me know down in the comments below. Please like this video, and of course, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will catch you later.